Okay, so what I'd like to demonstrate with this video is that the only two places in Romexis 2D intraoral radiography editing that the annotation tool, adding things like circles and ellipses, is functional. Only place that works is on these small thumbnails. And as we can see from this particular example, these small thumbnails are really just that, small. It's very difficult to see and diagnose interproximal caries. So the most practical thing to do is, of course, to click on an image and then go into the full screen where we're able to see the full image. First thing that you notice is, wow, amazing how huge that image is, and there is no capacity for that to be changed to any other size. You get full screen or you get thumbnail, but nothing in between as far as a size allowance. The other thing that's quickly noticed is that when you open the toolbar itself hides or covers a portion of the image that you are trying to view and annotate. The resolution can be changed, the brightness, that can all be changed on these large images. Annotations as far as drawings can also be added on these large drawings, which is good. But as you see, when we scroll through, this large image going into this mode literally hijacks your entire screen. At this point, if I wanted to go back and look at this at a particular tooth on the panoramic or on the cone beam, there is no capacity to do that without literally closing down this entire image and then closing down the study and in place opening up a panoramic after closing this completely down. That is very cumbersome at best. But going back to our full mouth, again, we can scroll through without the toolbar in place, or if we want to see the entire image, we can close and open the toolbar each time. One of the things that can be noticed is that these markings that are placed, once a size has been chosen for that size cannot be changed. We can select it and move it with the select tool, but there's no capacity to change it once it's been the size has been determined. But again, the most important thing to illustrate at this point is that the toolbar itself hides part of your image, and the only place you can see or adequately view is in this large format, and there is no in between. It is either this completely full size, totally hijacking your whole screen, showing nothing else, no bar at the bottom, no bar at the top. This has command of your entire computer screen once you go into this mode. But again, you can cursor through. The other thing that you don't see here that is very frustrating, we're all dentists and we know what these teeth are and what the teeth numbers are, but other proprietary competitors of Planmeca usually open these images in boxes that tell what that particular tooth, what that image was, what teeth number these are, for example. So you have none of that. The other thing that's noted is that in scrolling through, it does not scroll through in a logical sequence. It scrolls through in the sequence that the images were taken. Notice that this is the upper right, and we go to the premolar of upper right, and now we go to the lower left. The reason this image apparently goes in this order is this is the order that the images are taken, not how we logically look at these images on a full mouth series of 18 images. So that really should be programmed so that the user can scroll through teeth numbers in order, 1 or 2 through 15 or 16, then 17 or 18 through 31 or 32, and then through the bite wings. This order is really awkward at best. The other thing is that occasionally in scrolling through, the large image in view does not match the thumbnail here to be edited. Not sure how that sequence gets out of synchronization, but it's very difficult. Sometimes we have to close the program and open it back up to get this thumbnail to match this large image. At the moment, it seems to be following as advertised, but it doesn't always do that. So let's close. Once you do close the large image, then you have back your ability to close. But again, if I wanted to compare this to, say, a panoramic, at this point I would have to close my intraoral images and then open a panoramic and view it. But there's not really a good way to go back and forth with just a single click or two from the panoramic to the intraorals.